Hey, what's going on everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. It looks like AYANeo is at it again with a new handheld design, and in this video we're going to talk a little bit about what they've got coming up, because this one is a lot different from anything else they've ever put out on the market. Because with this upcoming handheld, they've actually went with a clamshell design. This is going to be known as the AYANeo Flip, and we do have a little bit of early information about it. Personally, I've been waiting on something like this from AYANeo with a built-in keyboard. And of course, a lot of us following these new handhelds have had our eye on the AYANeo Slide, but when it comes to the Flip, this is something I've been really wanting from this company. A few other companies have come to the market with x86 powered clamshell handhelds, and they've done it really well, but when it comes to the all-new AYANeo Flip, this is looking very, very promising so far. Unfortunately, at the time of making this video, we don't have any definitive size details, but we do have some information here that should ring true. Now, I've actually taken a look at a few upcoming handhelds from them with a couple leaks here and there, so it looks like my sources have been pretty accurate so far. And when it comes to the AYANeo Flip, it looks like it's going to offer stronger performance at release than similar products. Now, I think we're going to see the same kind of chip that we've seen in a lot of these handhelds so far, really depending on the release of this. But when they say similar products, I believe they're talking about other clamshell x86 handhelds on the market. And what I gather from this information is we'll be able to run this at a higher TDP right out of the box due to its superior cooling system, in turn allowing better performance out of the chipset they choose to use here. Rumor has it that we've already seen this chipset in other handhelds on the market. Of course, it's going to be one of the more powerful ones that's out right now. But there is chance for change, so I'm not even going to throw that out. Everybody who's into these x86 handhelds knows exactly what I'm talking about here. But another thing that I believe this is going to have, and really to kind of keep relevant, it will need a high refresh rate display. FreeSync or VRR would be really nice with something like this, but I'm not exactly sure if we're going to see it. But we will at least have a 120Hz display in my opinion. We will get Hall sensor-based joysticks and Hall-based triggers. A lot of the AYANeo devices on the market, I think all of them that have been released in the last 2 years have these, so it's going to go without saying we should get those here. And of course, the built-in controller here does look a lot different than other clamshell-based handhelds that we've seen using an x86 CPU. And with the controller they've designed for these Flip devices, they're going to place greater emphasis on operation of the controller itself as opposed to the keyboard layout. Now, we'll still be able to use that keyboard just fine, and it's going to be a QWERTY keyboard. Looks like we will have a backlight here. I'm not sure if it's going to be RGB. That would throw a little extra at it, and I think it'd be pretty nice to have that. But even if it's just a white LED backlit QWERTY keyboard, I'd be totally fine with it. At least we can get to those keys. Now, some of you may have noticed that there's no trackpad here, and with a lot of these handhelds that do have the built-in keyboard, we usually get a trackpad. But with this, they will be using an optical mouse. And finally, the Flip will be packaged with an ergonomical grip. And what I'm getting from this is it will be a detachable grip. We can just kind of slide it right on the bottom. I don't think they're going to be using magnets here. It might be some kind of latching system. But just note, you won't have to hold on to the flat bottom because it will come with a nice grip. Now, one thing I always rant and rave about with the newer AYANeo devices is the D-pad. And this has definitely strayed way away from their other D-pads. I cannot wait to get my hands on it to see how it functions. I've never been a big fan of the dish-style D-pads. That's what I call something like this. And I hope they do it justice. I think AYANeo definitely has the know-how to do that, to make this a nice D-pad. But personally, I'm not liking the look of it so far. If it functions properly, I really don't care what it looks like. I just have never really been a fan of these dish style. None of them have really appealed to me or worked as well as kind of a traditional D-pad like they use on their other AYANeo devices. And that's one of my favorite D-pads. I wish they just kind of made a regular controller with that D-pad. It's great for fighting games and platformers, so it'll be really interesting to test this out and see how it feels and works. But yeah, I'm really excited about the upcoming Flip. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as soon as we get closer to launch, we get some more information, I will post it up in my community section. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and like always, thanks for watching.